Hey guys, it's Jarek the Air Dragon from Red Dragon Airsoft. Got another review today. Now originally I was going to wait before uploading the videos of this gun because it wasn't on my website yet. However, since no one's uploading them, which I found to be a little bit weird, I decided to take it upon myself and upload the videos to show everyone what it is because I love the CZ75 and I have for a very, very long time. So let's start. KWA, engineered to outperform. It is, really. Open up the box, you get your standard instruction manual. It's very straightforward, very good instruction manual since the company, KWA, is in City of Industry, California and not over in Taiwan or anything like that. So, very straightforward, very good instruction manual. Comes with some silicone oil, hop-up adjustment tool, some BBs. You can use these, but they're not going to last very long, so get more. Then the CZ75. So, completely awesome gun. Let's get this box out of the way here. And what it doesn't come with is an extra magazine, so I would recommend grabbing yourself an extra magazine. You're just going to want one with gas blowback pistols. So now I'm going to zoom in so you guys can really see the gun, since that's what you want to see and see less of me. Alright, so let's start out with the trademarks. The trademarks are, on this side, it says KZ75. No, it says KZ75 instead of CZ75 for copyright reasons, obviously. And that says caliber 6mm, meaning the BB. They aren't the real trademarks of the real CZ75. However, it's better than it being completely bland, and having something there is rather than it just being completely blank. So, I'm not really complaining about that. It looks overall very, very nice when it comes to the trademarks on this side. The trademarks on the other side say KWA, then a unique serial number to yours. The serial number on this one is, you can see it right there. Cool place for it. Serial number on this one is P100200484 US. So, unique serial number, cool little thing. That this gun also has, it is 1-to-1 scale with the real thing, so the bolt is like the real CZ75 right here, which is very, very cool. It looks just like the real CZ75, and it's a very, very nice, nice little touch for it to be. It feels very realistic. That's a very good touch to this gun. Alright, so we go back to the other side. As you can see, the safety is right here. You can tell that by the red dot, which means if you pulled the trigger, it would fire. So, if you push up on the safety, which you cannot do unless it is cocked, push up on the safety, it will deactivate it. Can't shoot it, can't do anything, completely locked up. Push down on the safety, you can fire. And this gun is also single and double action. This gun, the trigger pull on this gun is absolutely awesome. I love the trigger pull on this gun. It definitely has a great target shooting pistol feel. To be completely honest, it feels 10 times better than KWA's 1911s do, and their 1911s felt absolutely great. Everyone knows about 1911s and the classic feel of a 1911. However, the CZ75 beats it by a lot. KWA did a very good job, 1-to-1 scale with the real CZ75, and the weight is about the same as well. The weight with this is about the same because it uses a metal alloy that is pretty light, however very, very solid. Much more solid than aluminum and gives a much nicer sound to it than aluminum. So, the trigger being silver also adds a cool, a little touch to that, as you can see. But the whole pistol is metal, 100% of it, except for, okay, well it's not 100% because the grips are polymer and they are very, very solid. And that is not a bad thing that the grips are polymer. That is a very solid piece of plastic. Technically is what polymer is, but I really hate to try to call it plastic because it does not feel like plastic in any way whatsoever. It's a composite plastic. It's a tough piece of composite, and it feels absolutely great in your hand while you're shooting this pistol. So, that's something completely awesome about the CZ75. The hop-up unit in this one is just like your other KWAs, as in push the slide back, and it's right inside there. It's kind of hard to... Let's see if I can... there you go. You can see it right inside the chamber. This is where you use your pop-up adjustment tool the gun comes with. Where you use the hop-up adjustment tool, you just stick it in the barrel and adjust left, right, up, and down. I didn't have to adjust this one because the hop-up was pretty much already straight. It was already great as is pretty much. So as you guys can see in the accuracy test, the hop-up is great in this pistol. Definitely one of, if not the most accurate gas bullet pistol I have gotten in. This thing is great in terms of accuracy. They definitely made it in mind for it to be a target shooting pistol, which is great that they thought of that because that's how the real one is. A lot of people use it as a target shooting pistol. 150 feet, you'll be hitting the Mantis target every time. You'll be hitting the 4-inch target the majority of the time, especially if you get a little bit of time shooting this pistol and get adjusted to it. This thing is incredibly accurate. It is absolutely awesome when it comes to accuracy. So no disappointments when it comes to the hop-up unit from KWA's gas blowbacks, especially this one. It is absolutely awesome in accuracy, and it only shoots about 330 feet per second on a warm day. When I was making the accuracy test, it was shooting more about somewhere between 300 to 310 to 315 because it was only 60 degrees outside, which is hot for Portland in April, but for a gas blowback is not exactly the best thing in the world. You could have a lot better in terms of temperature for gas blowbacks. So accurate, and it shoots great. It's only about, like I said, only 330, which is actually perfect. It's actually exactly what you want. They kind of lower their NS2 systems to shoot about 330 so that you can use them in CQB, because 400 is definitely too hot, which is what they used to shoot at. This also makes the gas consumption a lot better as well, since this does use the NS2 system, and if you have it shooting about 330, you can get about 3 magazines out of this on one gas fill. At 60 degrees outside, that's great. That's great gas consumption. So the KWA did a great job with that. Even though this gun only shoots about 330 feet per second, though, the slide, the recoil, everything about this feels absolutely great. It shoots, it's so fast. Like I said, it kicks very even. The blowback feels very, very nice while you're shooting it, and you will see this later in the video, and I'll talk about it again a little bit. I made the slow motion video, and even though it's shooting 330, it kicks fast. Very even kick, the best kick you're going to see out in the airsoft market when it comes to gas blowbacks. KWA always does this. Their 1911 DS is a great example. So watching the slow motion video at the end, how fast this thing kicks for what it's shooting. It's pretty crazy, and it definitely feels great. You can see everything in slow motion. That's why I do a lot of slow motion. I like the slow motion option on my camera. The mag release is a free-falling mag release. It's just right over here like most pistols. The magazine can hold about, oh, that's another good thing. The magazine can hold about, say, I think 25, 27, don't quote me on that, I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But the magazine is not a skinny little magazine. It is a perfect size magazine. It's overall great if you're going to compare this to a 1911. I just wanted to make sure to say that. And like the 1911, the sights are very reminiscent of the 1911. If it isn't broken, why fix it? So they work great. This gun, though, I found that I wasn't even using the sights with this gun. This is definitely one of those guns where you pick up and you just start shooting. It's just simple. You point and shoot and you will hit your target. It's really that simple. It feels very natural. Like I said, I keep comparing it to the 1911 because it feels like a 1911, but a lot better. It is a CZ75, so you should be expecting that as well. The way you take apart this pistol is you first eject the magazine, second pull the slide back and push this little piece right here. And the slide lock will pop out. Pull the trigger. The trigger has to be, or the hammer has to be released, and then you can pull the slide right off. It's kind of inverted, if you will, because the guides are actually on the slide itself, and as you can see, the slide is very, very, very small. It's very small, it's very solid, it's very light, it has a heavy recoil spring, and this is why the kick feels so nice. It's because of this heavy recoil spring and the light slide. Now, you'll notice when putting it back on that the slide itself is what the grooves are on. It's not some guides on the slot on here, and this also keeps it very, very nice. It keeps it in place very well. Again, this is most of the reason of why it kicks so nicely. So it's really a brilliant design. Put it back together just like a standard high Kappa or 1911, just like we took it off. Just pull the slide back, push this back in. And there you go, it's back together. Something I liked about the CZ75, KWA, I don't think anymore they're painting the giant orange tips on here. They painted just the end of the barrel. Thank goodness, because those giant orange tips were pretty dang ugly. But now, you can see it's just the end of the barrel. So if you wanted to replace the outer barrel with a standard black outer barrel, I'm sure you'd be able to do so, if you can find them. And I believe I have covered absolutely everything on the gun. Now I'm going to clip in some slow motion on the gun again. Like I said, this thing kicks very, very fast. So while I'm playing the slow motion, be sure to look at how fast this thing is kicking. The slow motion will be at 300 frames a second. The human eye can normally see between 30 and 60. So it kicks very quickly, and overall the gun is brilliantly designed. Thumbs up to KWA. If you like the CZ75, have no shame in buying this. You'll have the best CZ75 on the market for years to come. So, if you want to buy this gun, there's a link in the video information. If you're watching this the first week or two with it coming out, please read the note in the video information. So, with that all said, that has been Red Dragon Airsoft's review of the KWA CZ75.